Hi everyone, and welcome to our first conference information video. For those of you who maybe haven't had a chance to watch the PhUSE intro video yet, my name's Abigail. I'm a final year genetics and immunology student at the University of Aberdeen, and I've just finished a year working for a pharmaceutical company, which is where my interest in data science has come from. I'm also part of the PhUSE annual conference University Day organising committee, and a lead for delegate engagement, which is what brings me to making these videos to give you guys an idea of what's going to be going on at the conference this year. We wanted to use these videos not only to introduce you to PhUSE and let you know what's going to be going on at the University Day, but also what's going on at the main conference as well, and give you an idea of the breadth of research that the PhUSE conference covers. We also wanted to try and demonstrate to you the different career paths that some of the researchers currently working in the industry have taken to get where they are today. So a month or so ago, our University Day chair, James McDermott, went down to Uxbridge to meet with some of the chairs of the different themes, or streams as we call them here at PhUSE, and find out a bit more about what you can expect from the PhUSE 2017 annual conference.
Right, so I'm here in the Amgen canteen now, and obviously I'm in a canteen because I'm with a Frenchman. So I'd like to introduce you to Vincent, who is the chair of the data visualization stream. And so perhaps if you could tell them a little bit about the data visualization stream, Vincent.
Sure. Yes, so the data visualization stream, it's actually the second year we do it. It's mainly everything about graphics, visualizations, which could be interactive as well. It's really about from all the data you collected, trying to find the best way to extract the key information out of that.
Yeah, excellent. And so, I've known you since you were a student, and I've known you going into your career, and you started on what I would call maybe a traditional path, but then you went off at a very interesting tangent and developed probably a new or parallel career in modelling and simulation. What has that journey been like for you, and what are the key highlights of that?
Yeah, so you're right. I started as a statistical programmer, and I rapidly had this opportunity to do something much more, I would say, the data-oriented, where once the data set, it started with graphics. So,
right, yeah.
We got some data, and then some of the clinicians wanted to see much more the drug concentration of the bodies, and then how your body absorbs the drug, and how the drug is eliminated. And then I started to do some graphics, and so forth. And then at the end, I realized there was a modeling and simulation group, which was basically taking the data, and from the data derive mathematical models, and then with some parameters like age, body weight, whatever, and then you change the parameters and you run simulations. You run simulations to, for example, explain or explore what would be the effect of a new dose, or what would be the effect if you take the pill twice per day instead of once per day. And it's a key component of that. It's really everything is based, not everything, a big part is based on graphics. So extremely quickly wanted to move into that opportunities, and it's doing that now since more than 10 years, 15 years, and I love it. Every day when I wake up, it's really a pleasure to go to work. It's really fun, and I'm still learning things, so I really love it.
Yeah, you're a lucky man. So who are the big consumers of the information? Because it's not the usual consumers in terms of there's a whole range of people that are expecting those answers from you.
Yes, it's all the clinical team, regulatories as well. Recently I was working on a specific project where, due to social media, the health authorities ask us to justify the dose selection for a post-menopausal woman of a specific drug. And the funny story is that, it's not that funny, but that a patient died, and his patient husband on Facebook was writing some comments about it's maybe due to the drug that she took, or maybe the frequency of the drug, and it's created such a buzzword that the health authority just takes this dossier. So well, that's something we need to explore. So it's really now we enter into this new paradigm where, due to social media, due to the new way we communicate, we may discover some categories of patients which may need a different dose, or which may need a dosing frequency difference, and and now this is really what we aim to do. Instead of just having one dose for everyone, just have one dose, let's say for male between 25 years and 35 years with a body weight less than 80 kilograms, for example. So we're really going to targeted treatment.
Yeah.
And running a simulation play a key role for that, because once you got a good model, you change your parameters and then you simulate all scenarios you want to test.
Right. Excellent. So that's modeling and simulation. That's the data visualization stream. Thank you very much.
Thank you, James.
Thank you. So I'm here with Berber in the Amgen entrance hall, and Berber, your stream is called Real-World Evidence, which is a phrase that we use a lot in the industry, but maybe if you've not worked in the industry, you don't know what that phrase means. So perhaps you'd like to explain real-world evidence.
Yeah, it's quite new in the industry, so people are used to do controlled trials, like you have maybe during your study, you think of what you want to examine first, what you do for your research, and then you are doing the research and you have the results, etc. But this is quite different, because now we're using the data that's already there. So the data from information systems, data that you can find on the internet, or the data that you can you get from devices. What's your heartbeat? You can measure that. So all kinds of different data that you can use, but you can use it to research, do studies and research on what is a drug doing in real world, or what are healthcare interventions doing in real world.
Yeah.
Because it's different than from those controlled clinical trials.
And it's actually becoming a challenge to us in the industry, to the way that we work. So we've got not only a broader array of types of data coming in, but we've got a vast amount of that data. If you think about a Fitbit or something recording every few minutes, there's a huge volume of data which we're not used to.
Yeah.
So what sort of challenges do you think that's giving us as an industry? In 10 seconds.
It's a huge challenge,
Yeah.
because you have lots and lots of data. Because in a clinical trial you have a number of thousands records, but here you have millions and millions of records.
Yes.
So that's one of the challenges we also have, is how we keep that in control.
Yes.
And that's one of the things. And then on the other hand, what data can you use? Because where is the right data that I can use? Because you have to look for the right data.
Yes. So when you were first joining the industry and you'd finished your studies and you were thinking about coming into the industry, what brought you into the industry?
I had a broad interest in all things that had to do with research, and I liked handling data, I liked programming, and I'd like to work with results. So.
But did you know about the pharmaceutical industry before, or was there a PhUSE around when you were a student? Was there something like this?
There were jobs. There was a job application for kind of data manager, data analyst. So I started as a junior biometrician, and I went on, and then I started with my own company in data analysis and reporting.
Right.
And now I'm an R&D manager, head of reporting department in a research institute. Yes.
Good. All right. Well, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Bye.
Right, so I'm back in the canteen again at Amgen, and we've got our interview here. I'm with Cathal, who is the chair of the Trends and Technology stream. So, would you like to tell us a little bit about your stream? What's it about? What sort of aspects are on the stream this year?
Yeah, well, it's a little bit exactly what it says, and we look for emerging trends and technologies in the field that we work in. So it is a rapidly changing field, and we try and find the new things before they become mainstream and try and share it amongst the other companies involved.
Right, that's pretty good. And how big is the stream? Do you get what sort of volume do you get through the papers?
So this year we will have 10 presentations at this conference in Edinburgh, We do have some very exciting stuff, some stuff that I've really barely heard of before as well. And we've got some things that have a little bit of a base already established, which have the potential to change the industry quite a lot in the next few years, I think.
Oh, good. So that's an interesting stream, and one that I'm certainly going to go to. But I would one thing that's interesting really is the variety of different backgrounds that people have in our industry, and I think what I'd like to hear from you is, and for you to talk to the students about, is the journey that you took to be sitting where you are now at this stream. So, what did you study? How did you get to here?
Okay, well, at university I studied computer science. After university I actually left and became a school teacher, high school teacher in the south of England for 7 years. And after that I decided I needed a change. I knew quite a few people who in the local area who worked in this industry. They got me quite interested in it. And I liked the whole working from home aspect. So now I actually live in Madrid, Spain, even though I'm from Ireland, and work from home. And yeah, it's been a wonderful change and very, very exciting for me.
That's pretty good. And it gets even more international because you work for a particular type of company. So would you like to talk about the company that you work for and the role that you play at that company? Yeah,
so I wouldn't be the standard kind of SaaS programmer you may find at the conference. I do a lot of SaaS programming, but I work for a company called DWise. We're consultancy based out of the US, and we, as well as consulting and offering programming services, we do build software as well. So that has allowed me to use a lot of my skills, not just SaaS skills, but things I did which seemed like a long time ago in university have been coming back to life a lot recently. A little bit of Java, Visual Basic, things like that. So my background is not necessarily in mathematics and statistics, much more software based.
That's really good, thank you.
So I hope you've enjoyed our first video looking at what's going to be going on at the main conference this year in Edinburgh. If you've got any questions, remember you can email us or you can get in touch with us on the Facebook group if you're already registered for the University Day. If you have no idea what the Facebook group is, then make sure you check your university email or whatever email you use to register for the conference, as we'll have sent you some information there about how to get into this Facebook group. We're all in it, so you can join in there and ask questions about any of the material that you see in these videos or any questions about the conference in general. I'd like to say a big thank you to James McDermott and also to our stream chairs for taking some time out to answer the questions that I gave Jim for the videos and giving us an insight into what their stream's all about. Make sure you stay tuned because we'll have a couple more of these videos coming up over the next few weeks.